Good morning, and thank you for joining us for today's Tech Talks. In our first session this morning, Planon will be explaining how software can support a return to the office. COVID-19 has supercharged the transformation of our workplaces, and they'll be taking a look at solutions for the hybrid era. From Agile Workplace environments such as Kiosks, Connect for Calendar, or sensor integration, to their dedicated mobile application, the Workplace Engagement app, which integrates with IAdea to provide room booking panels connected to the Planon application. By combining these solutions, Planon say they can help you create a safe, healthy, and efficient workplace for all your workplace users. Now, after this demonstration, Matthew Hickley will be with us live in a Q&A section. So if you have any questions, any thoughts about the various solutions on offer, please do put those questions in the chat box, which is on the right-hand side of your screen if you're not familiar with our tech talks. And then after the presentation, I'll put those questions to Matthew. But till then, sit back, enjoy the presentation, and we'll see you on the other side.
Hello, my name is Matthew Hickley, Solution Consultant, and welcome to Planon. Recognised as an IWMS market leader by Gartner and Verdantix, Planon software supports building owners, occupiers, and service providers, and has easy to use, proven, and innovative solutions, some of which we'll be looking at today. Planon software spans across 5 core solutions: real estate management, space and workplace management, asset and maintenance management, integrated services, and sustainability. We have a number of other additional products that support the Agile Workplace, such as Connect for Sensors, Kiosks, and room booking panels, which we'll take a look at shortly. Planon also has a Connect for Calendar to integrate with Outlook or Google Mail, and we also offer a Workplace Engagement app that spans across all 5 core solutions, and we'll take a focus further at this mobile application in today's session. The COVID-19 pandemic has affected all of us in one way or another, with many having to find more agile ways of working since lockdowns and restrictions sweep the globe. As those restrictions started to ease and lockdowns were lifted, many organisations found themselves unable to safely return staff to the office, with the majority continuing to work from home and interact less with the office. As restrictions again ease, many organisations are still gearing themselves up for returning staff to the office. Today we'll explore some of the software options that Planon has to support this. In recent publications by Verdantix, the COVID-19 has supercharged the workplace transformation. There are 6 actions that facility managers must take now to optimise their workplace: determining employee working preferences and future business requirements, establishing a new vision and strategy, leveraging space utilisation, rearranging and renovating floor plans to meet the employee needs for workplace environments, deploying software solutions to enhance the workplace experience, and analyse data from workplace solutions to continuously improve occupant well-being. Verdantix, published in March 2021, call this the new hybrid era. Of course, Planon has many software solutions and hardware partners to meet these needs. Planon has a number of solutions to support this, such as Kiosks, Connect for Calendar, Planon Self-Service, room booking panels, and the Workplace Engagement app. First off, we're going to focus on the room booking panel solution and the partnership that Planon has with IAdea.
We're IAdea, a partner of Planon. Meeting rooms are a valuable asset to any organization, as they remain vital spaces where effective actions and critical decisions happen. We'll share practical tips to help you resolve the most common meeting room management issues using the Planon Room Booking software and an IAdea Room Planning panel. The award-winning IAdea WRP1000 is an ideal fit for modern office spaces. With a sleek, brushed metal finish, modern design, built-in cable management, and support for PoE, the WRP1000 radiates professionalism. The first common issue: difficulty finding an available meeting room on site. It's tricky for employees to find a meeting room while talking on the phone. But with IAdea's room booking panels, the illuminated halo status light immediately informs people of each room's availability. Green for available, red for occupied. The status bar is highly visible, so users can easily tell a meeting room's status, even from afar. The second common issue: no-shows. Employees may cancel their meeting for many reasons, but sometimes they forget to remove the booking from within the system. In this solution, a display device is placed at the meeting room's location that users must check in with when entering the room. The centralized administration system will automatically release the room if no one checks into the booked meeting room on time. The third common issue: complications when making ad hoc reservations or updating reservations. What if we made on-site bookings, extensions, or ending a meeting simpler by making them directly doable via the meeting room panel? Simply tap the Book Now button. The room is now booked within the system so everyone can view its status. To extend a meeting, simply tap Extend, then choose by how long. At the end of a meeting, tap Checkout. The room will be released and available for the others. As a bonus tip, setting up and maintaining the meeting room management system shouldn't be a hassle. IAdea's room panels fully integrate with Planon software, which streamlines the deployment process. Introducing Planon Connect for IAdea. Within the Planon portal, select the room you wish to configure, then click Connect IAdea panel. Find the pairing code on the IAdea device and enter it into the Planon platform. Now we can control, monitor, schedule the screen to switch on and off, and even restart panels remotely, greatly reducing the need for on-site support. For more information, contact us now at sales@iadea.com.
Secondly, we're going to look at Planon's Workplace Engagement app. This app takes full advantage of the inherent capabilities of most mobile devices, such as digital cameras, location awareness, voice recognition, and the ability to scan QR codes and read RFID tags. Combining this data with real-time information about the user, their personal preferences, and the context provides a highly personalized and efficient way of accessing workplace services and facilities. Using the Workplace Engagement app, I can search for live and future availability and make bookings with ease. I can see availability now and in the future, and also see availability based upon a CAD plan. I can see availability in green, those booked in red, and this is also interactive, and I can click and find a room, see the available facilities, see the schedule, any reported instance within that room, and book. The Workplace Engagement app can also interact with QR codes for fast and efficient scanning of QR codes and reporting of issues. There is a coffee spill. So let's take a look at a typical day at the smart office for an occupant. On the top, we see the occupant experience, and below we have the FM engagement. Let's start with a user's drive to the office. Using integrations with one of Planon's partners, Maze Map, a user can get traffic incidents and information about the journey in. When arriving at the car park, sensors can detect a parked car and show the availability. On entry to the building, contactless check-in is possible using QR code scanning solutions. Wayfinding and navigating across the estate can be combined using the Maze Map integration. Arriving at a desk, sensors are able to detect motion or heat to monitor occupancy and auto-update the availability of meeting rooms or desks. Any faults can quickly and easily be reported using the Workplace Engagement app. Comfort can be monitored by indoor air quality sensors and displayed on kiosks, room booking panels, or displayed within the app. Lunch menus can be reviewed, and occupancy of areas such as gyms or fitness rooms can be monitored using flow sensors and displayed via analytic tools or within the app. Future bookings for rooms or desks can be made using the Workplace Engagement app. Let's take a look at these solutions working together. Let's take a look at these solutions working together.
Welcome back, and I am delighted to say that I have Matthew Hickley with me live now here for the Q&A section. So if you have any questions after watching the presentation, please pop them in the chat window on the right hand side of your screen and I will put them to Matthew. Anything that you think of, he's here to answer those questions. But first, let me say hello to Matthew. Matthew, welcome to Tech Talks. Great to have you here this morning. Where are you in the world and how are you?
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Planon in the UK are based in Brighton. Myself, I'm based down also on the south coast, working from home, like many others are. Our headquarters of Planon is actually based in Nijmegen in the Netherlands, and yeah, I'm looking forward to some good engagement here and some good questions.
Fantastic. Thank you, Matthew. So I'm going to kick off with a question because, you have lots of things going on that presentations and, couldn't be more timely with everything that we're thinking about at the moment as we hopefully emerge from this pandemic and think about our workplace solutions. I wondered, in terms of your specific products, what type of sensors do you recommend? And do you plan on provide the hardware to install those sensors?
Sure, it's a very good question. So of course we are a software company, but Planon is sensor agnostic, so we can connect up to any types of sensors for those data points. We do, however, actually have a strategic partner in Schneider Electric, who are able to offer the different types of sensors. So sensors such as desk and ceiling PIR presence sensors, indoor air quality for measuring things like temperature, humidity, and CO2. We also they also have some products such as people area counters, for measuring kind of number of people in an area, as well as people flow counters, so measuring people flow across the building. And Schneider actually offer a site visit to understand your requirements, and also look at the layouts and therefore come up with a proposal. They also can manage the install for you as well. So because they're a strategic partner, that whole process can be managed via Planon.
Okay, excellent. And in the presentation, I'm sure people are still digesting, and perhaps we have some who are just joining us now. I wondered if you could kind of outline the key benefits, particularly given that we are in this COVID-19 era where that word hybrid, it's such a kind of buzzword at the moment. We're all thinking about it. What are the key benefits from the Planon solutions?
Yeah, it's a very, very good question. So, of course, as everybody, we've had to adapt very quickly, and all organisations are now adapting and having to, have people working from home. So the solutions that we sort of showed in the video today, help organisations to have that agile workplace set up, ready for people to be able to make those bookings, come in safely. Of course, reducing therefore the number of staff within the office, and trying to get, I guess, a nice kind of flexible workplace in place that's kind of been creeping into the industry for a while. So it's definitely accelerated it, COVID, and Planon solutions, as you see in the video, can help with many of those use cases. So of course, get in touch with us and we can explore those use cases that you have and demonstrate them to you.
Great. And just a question here, have your existing customers adapted to sort of implement these more agile ways of working?
Yeah, of course. So yeah, we've seen a massive growing trend to implement some of these agile workplace solutions, particularly kind of going back into, coming out of the first lockdown last year. Many organizations quickly panicking about how are they going to reintroduce their staff. So we saw a number of customers then starting to really come to us and ask us for help, to put these solutions in place. We as you've seen on the presentation, we have lots of solutions to be able to help customers reintroducing their staff, their students, their customers back into those offices. And of course, they need solutions to do so, and in order to make it safe and efficient. And of course, therefore, the other benefits that you get from those things are improving the data that you gather, and the ability to report and better manage the offices in the future, predicting trends. So lots of things I think that organizations have been thinking about for a long time, but absolutely it's been accelerated, and we've definitely seen a massive uptrend in the market.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask you about that, but actually I've got a question that's come in, sort of specific question, and it asks, how are the invites sent to colleagues, and is it integrated to the company's email?
Yeah, so Planon solutions can also be hosted in the cloud by the Amazon Web Services solutions, and notifications from bookings is a typical process that is implemented. So using any of our solutions, whether that's our self-service solution, our back-end solutions, or our mobile app solutions, ultimately they create bookings in the system, and they can send notifications. Those notifications, of course, can then include links to be able to have instructions regarding the COVID practices. Again, typical things that we've seen our customers implement.
Wonderful, and thank you for that question as well. We've got another question here, which is, if you change your office layout, how easy is it to update the app?
Yeah, so if we have CAD integration as part of that process, and those CAD drawings being able to, of course, show those workplaces, the workspaces, and those meeting rooms, Planon is seamlessly updated. So as soon as a new version of that CAD drawing is created, that can be uploaded to our secure web dev. It can then be imported, and instantly that new CAD drawing is available within the app.
So you can adapt, and it sounds like it's pretty quick to do as well.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and there's automated processes that can also, of course, pick up those CAD drawings and run them in, so they could be, for instance, scheduled overnight, and then the next day, that everybody is now using the new floor plan.
Okay, and for anyone who's watching, perhaps doesn't have this kind of system already in the workplace, is thinking, yeah, I would quite like to do this. Would you help them with a business case? Because I guess for some companies, particularly for smaller ones, perhaps, this might be a very new system, a new way of working.
Of course, yeah. So Planon can certainly assist with this, and we've helped, of course, many organisations creating their business cases, particularly for an IWMS. So trying to expand their current processes from just point solutions into a integrated IWMS product. Of course, we can link to your strategic objectives, and we can, of course, share some of the examples that we've used in the past, like reducing costs and improving productivity. They're kind of the key ones that typically people are looking for. But of course, it's not just about cost and productivity. There is lots of other qualitative benefits as well. So in the areas of compliance, business continuity, and implementing preventive maintenance solutions, Planon can also support the use of alerts and notifications. So managing by exception are lots of those functional areas that of course we can support. So yeah, if any organisations want to get in touch with us, of course we can absolutely help with the business case.
And I know you're a worldwide organisation. Is there a minimum size for an organisation, would you say, to be able to kind of buy into this?
Yes, that's a very good question. So of course, typically in the past we have seen, it's mostly large and multi-site companies that would choose to implement an IWMS. But of course, with our cloud hosted offering that we have with Amazon, the implementation of an IWMS is now more scalable. Of course, we also have now lots of smaller companies wanting to introduce IWMS products, and because we have the cloud deployment, we also have a product called Accelerator, which is a pre-configured best practice. So based upon all of our years of implementations, we have pre-configured workflows. The Accelerator product also therefore then helps to shorten that implementation time, which therefore lowers the implementation costs. So for smaller companies, of course, a business case can therefore be compelling. And it's obviously, of course, important to find the right vendor who can help you with this, in order to be able to scope and scale the solution as your needs are. So, typically most organizations would start to phase in their implementations, and with our Accelerator product, lots of these organizations can now, quickly get set up and running with an IWMS.
Well, it's also interesting that you mentioned the word vendor, because that's where our next question comes in, which has come in. Thank you so much for this question. And this person asks, are there only certain vendors for things like access control that the app will integrate with?
No, so as I said at the beginning, of course, Planon is sensor agnostic. So lots of that data sets and lots of that information, of course, can be integrated into the Planon product, which means that we can therefore, of course, show that that data in the app. We can also, because Planon has its own dedicated platform, we can also integrate with other partners and other vendors. And so, if there are other data sets that need to be shown within the app, that's also a possibility. So we have lots of development teams that can assist with those integrations.
Excellent. I wondered as well, and it's something that has come up in our previous tech talks around mobile technology, using an app. It seems to be becoming more and more popular. Is that something that your existing customers are going for? And why have you pivoted to this sort of mobile realm?
Yeah, I think that's been kind of growing in the industry for quite a while. That the use of mobile apps, particularly from an end user perspective, that customers, we have a big base in the higher education market. So lots of students, of course, like to use an app. It's how they like to to do their business and integrate with organisations, and particular end users and customers. Everybody's always on their phone. It's a lot easier to be able to interact using that than having to kind of log in into a particular portal and navigate your way around. So of course the apps have been designed to be able to be used very easily. Being able to scan QR codes, get straight to the information that you want, make bookings very quickly. So that of course has been the forefront of the design process behind lots of this. And yeah, of course, in the past, many people would have just always used our self-service portals. But yeah, now we have lots of options, and most organizations typically will also use both.
Excellent. Thank you, Matt. And we've got a little bit of time left. So if you've got any last questions, do send them our way. But what I was going to ask is that, in terms of creating a smart office, do you feel like there's been a cultural shift and, employees kind of take this up more readily now than perhaps previously?
Yeah, we definitely hear that a lot from our customers. That this has accelerated that process. People have had to adapt, very quickly overnight, almost with the lockdown. People were suddenly finding themselves at home, and having to find ways of working. And therefore, many of those people, of course, want to get back to the office, want to get back to that social element of the office as well. And therefore, to do so safely, smart solutions are needed, and the ability for people to be able to make these bookings and book them safely. Not just turning up to the office and suddenly finding there's no available desk and having to travel home. So I definitely think there has been a massive shift, and I think that the everyday public in this situation has adapted very well, and with these sort of solutions, I'd like to think that makes it a lot more efficient.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Matt. And, given what we're all thinking about creating this hybrid working life, it seems very timely to talk about, what you're presenting to us today. So, Matt, thank you so much for joining us. And if you do have any further questions, things that you'd like to ask the Planon team, you can do that. Just go to their exhibitor booth and book in a chat with a representative. So we will be back with our next tech talk, and that's at 10:45 with Service Works Global. But for now, thank you so much, Matt, for joining us this morning, and we'll see you shortly.
Thank you.